Hello and welcome to Twerton Park for Bath City versus Slough Town in the Vanarama National League South. Myself, Michael Boniface, will be taking you through the commentary today, while Andrew Kerslake will be summarising. Referee Alex Blake just checks his watch, makes sure everyone is in the right position, and we are underway. A quick charge down from Freddie Hines, applying early pressure, and now the ball is hoisted in to the Bath City area, and Ryan Clark has to gather rather uncomfortably. Well held up by Clifford, and now Cundy has possession for the Romans. Finds Rigg, and now Straker just on the halfway line. Played into Hines, looking to get his first touch and run at the Slough back line. Plays a lovely ball out to Rains on the right-hand side, just outside the penalty area, looking for options, plays it back into the area. It's well cut out by Clifford and sent out for a throw-in.
I do wonder whether this pitch was watered just before this game. A couple of players slipped over early on, and that would suggest it was.
As Hines plays a ball straight across the area, but no one on the end of it for the Romans. Another chance for Bath City. We've just edged the opening proceedings here with 3 minutes gone. Still no score at Twerton Park as Straker finds it again on the left-hand side, whips the ball into the area, finds its way all the way out to the other side now with Joe Rains just inside the area, flashes the ball across goal. The offside flag has gone up, but Joe Rains has a real outlet on that right-hand side as Rigg plays the ball into the Slough half, and then Hines applies some pressure and looks to get in behind the defence. Great chance on the left-hand side of the area. Hines bursting into the area, and just he sends the ball out almost for a throw-in. It's a fantastic chance. Now plays Adaman on the right channel, just to the side of the penalty area on the right-hand side, and it's now with Rigg into Man, and now Joe Rains again. Lovely little back heel into Man, who looks to get it onto his left foot. Couldn't quite find enough space to fire away the shot. Billy Clifford stands over the free kick for Slough. Sends one out to the right-hand side. Doesn't quite make the penalty area, but it's headed in. And now headed out by Bath City, and it's a game of head tennis at the moment. It's Robbie Cundy looks to win. It's a great chance for Manny Williams, falling to the edge. Just falls wide of Ryan Clark's left-hand post, but a first real chance of note for the opposition. George Wells on the left-hand side looking to jink in. Now on the left again with Lench, looking to cut on his right foot and put in a delivery. Finally does come in. Cundy clears for the Romans, and now Stern loses the ball really easy. It's flashed across goal, and again Clark is forced to deal with it. It will be a corner for Slough. A fizzed-in delivery, which Ryan Clark gathers well in the end, and the Twerton Park faithful are happy with that one. A safe pair of hands. Just inside the Bath City half as Togwell looks to win the ball back, and another free kick given by the referee. A central position, 10-15 yards into the Bath City half, and it looks like the referee wants a word, and he's got the card out. Seems a bit harsh for that challenge. Didn't seem much in it, but I suppose accumulation more than anything. And it's Clifford plays the ball into the box again. Clark comes to collect and does well again, claiming the ball, and it's certainly been an area that they've tested him out so far, but he's stood up to the test.
Yeah, the nice thing I like about Ryan Clark coming for those crosses, you can see he never takes his eye off the ball.
And now it's a good chance for Adaman, looking to get in behind Togwell. And looks like it will be a corner for Bath City on the left-hand side. And those areas in behind the centre-backs certainly seem to be a danger point for Slough at the moment. Adaman puts his left hand up to signal a routine for the Bath City side, and he sends one in, and it's Cundy underneath it. Sorry, Romansky underneath it, and he sent a header that just clipped the top of the crossbar, but a bit too easy for Bath City. It
was, and I thought for a moment there the goalkeeper might have got a touch, but he didn't, just flicked off the bar. I remember John Relish used to say, if we can get in at 0-0 at half-time and play down the slope in the second half, we're going to win the game.
As the ball is clipped over the top for Manny Williams, looks to have broken the offside trap, fires a decent shot low down to Ryan Clark's left. Another save for the Bath City keeper, but again another chance, and Slough are showing that they've come here to really put up a fight. Sean Fraser, the captain, bursting forward, plays it inside to Clifford, who's been looking to get early crosses in. This time plays it inside just on the edge of the area for Soares, who fires an early shot away, and Ryan Clark isn't happy at his Bath City defence there. Lots of shots coming in and not much pressure. Lench playing Williams through on the left-hand side, putting back on his right foot now with Clifford on the edge. Tries to jink his way through, goes down under the challenge. Referee saying nothing going for that one. And now Bath City have an opportunity to break with Hines on the left-hand side, running at his opposite number and causing some real trouble there. Goes down under the challenge. Lee Togwell seemed to cut right across him there, and the referee has got his yellow card out. Seemed to be quite a cynical challenge, that one.
Yeah, I think Hines did the right thing there. There weren't a lot of options on ahead of him and decided just to make a sprint for the penalty area.
Both Rigg and Hines standing over the free kick. Hines looking the more likely, but it's left for Rigg, who plays it short to man. A pre-worked routine there for Bath City, not quite coming off, and it will be a goal kick for Slough. It is back underway as Man wins the ball back for Bath City and sends one down the line for Hines, who's through one-on-one on goal. A great chance for the Bath City forward. Goes past his opposite number and has a tap in. And there it is. Freddie Hines opening the scoring for Bath City. It's a break out of nothing, suddenly bearing in on goal. And it is Bath City 1, Slough Town 0.
Well, that was a bit of a gift of a goal, really, and probably reminiscent of what happened to City at Concord last week. Slough pressing forward, they committed a lot of men forward, a great pass down the flank for Hines. Hines easily got the better of the defender, running on, and then the goalkeeper, Jack Turner, coming out off his line, Hines sidestepping to his left, and a simple tap in to score. But City will feel mightily relieved about that. Slough, I think, will feel a little bit hard done by.
And the wind does seem to have been taken at the sails of Slough in the same way that confidence is high now for Bath City as Man plays in his strike partner Hines, who looks to turn on the ball. A great chance, goes down under the challenge. Referee says nothing given. The Bath City management team are furious with that one, charging up and down the touchline. They were absolutely adamant that was a penalty, and it certainly looked a good shout as Slough carry on and look to go down the other end, but it seemed to be a big shout for a penalty.
Well, I fancied the defender had his arms around Hines and certainly looked to pull him down, whether the referee thought that Hines was backing in. But no, I think that's a very good shout for a penalty. I'm surprised it wasn't given.
Certainly for referee Alex Blake, who's been pretty whistle happy so far, adjudged Freddie Hines to have gone down maybe a bit too easily there, but he's certainly causing lots of problems for the Slough defence as Romansky wins a header for the Romans, and it's played up towards the halfway line. Hines himself makes the foul this time, and the Bath City fans aren't happy with the referee at the moment. It's the Bath City captain who now finds Rigg striding in to the Slough half on the left-hand side. Haven't seen much of the Bath City midfielder, and looks to put a ball into the area. Can't find anyone. It's blocked in the end, and now with Straker playing it in to Man, who has a lovely first touch, and now up to Rigg again on the left-hand side, right by the byline, 10 yards from the touchline. As he whips one into the area, Turner underneath it and does well, collects the ball. Jack Batten seems to want to play it long and plays a dinked ball over the top for Hines, who gained a yard on his opposite number. Has done that time and time again this afternoon so far in the first half, and now with Rains on the right-hand side, who wins a corner for Bath City, and more pressure from the Romans. Man whipping one in from the right-hand side, another dangerous delivery, and it was Batten on the end of this one. And Morton mopping up for the Romans, and now Straker has time on the left-hand side to find Rigg.
I think you're right about Hines, and I think one of the reasons why he's seen more of the ball in the last 10 minutes is he's prepared to move around up front. He hasn't just sat there waiting for the ball to arrive.
Man on the left-hand side of the area, just play an early ball in, deflected cross, is well dealt with in the end by Jack Turner. It seemed to be Sam Togwell who inadvertently diverted the ball towards his own goal. It was a fantastic reaction save, and Straker, it's a flicked header, but only as far as Clifford on the right-hand side, and now Stern looks to win the ball, but the referee gives another free kick, which Slough take quickly. It's now on the left-hand side with Wells, looking for options, can only see those at the back post, and whips another pretty aimless cross, and now Bath City have a great chance to break. Morton on the right-hand side, a really, really loose pass there from Stern. It was a fantastic opportunity for them to break. It seemed to be almost a 3-on-2 there if they play the right ball, and it looks like Jack Batten has gone down, and that's a worrying sign for Bath City. George Wells, now it's with Clifford looking to set Lench in behind the Bath City back line, but Joe Rains deals with it well, but only as far as Slough midfielder. But as you can hear it there, it is half-time at Twerton Park. Freddie Hines with the goal for Bath City on 28 minutes, giving Bath City the lead at half-time. They're 1-0 up over Slough Town. Freddie Hines getting Bath City underway in the second half. The Romans 1-0 up against Slough as Togwell puts in an early challenge, but it's with Rigg in the middle of the park for Bath City. Plays it back to Jack Batten, inside again to Rigg. On the right-hand side with Rains cutting back and playing it into Rigg, who's had plenty of early touches so far in this second half, and now with Romansky along the back line for the Romans on the left-hand side. Not too much pressure from Slough on the first touches of Bath City in these opening stages of the second period, and a rather loose ball from Romansky trickles through to Jack Turner for Slough.
We were saying that first half was surprisingly open, and that was really down to Slough's attacking intent. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half, because Slough have to try and get something back in this game. So hopefully from City's point of view there'll be one or two gaps opening up maybe.
As now Stern is just on the right-hand side of the area, plays an early ball across, and Hines goes down under the challenge, and the referee points to the spot. In the first half, Hines went down, and the referee was giving nothing early in the second period, with only 1 minute, just over 1 minute gone, and Bath City have a fantastic chance from the penalty spot to go 2-0 up.
Straker lollops forward, looks as calm as anything.
The Bath City skipper has scored 6 goals this season, 5 from the penalty spot, yet to miss one, I believe, so a really huge chance for someone that's been deadly from the spot so far this campaign. But Jack Turner does have pedigree in goal, saving penalties, saved 8 of 12 in 2016-17. Referee just making sure players are the correct distance from the penalty spot. Straker looks to his left to the referee, who blows his whistle. And it's saved by Jack Turner, diving low to his left. And after the build-up, with Straker having been in such impressive form, taking penalties, a real poor, lacklustre effort, that one, and a huge let-off for Slough.
Yeah, Straker there went for placement, didn't really come off. Turner dived the right way, easily down to it, and you just feel there wasn't enough oomph behind that penalty.
Togwell is underneath the header there for Slough, and now it's with Adam Mann on the left-hand side of the area. Looks to play across into the box, but it's held by Turner, who looks to spring an early attack for Slough. It's headed from Rains back to Batten, who plays it back to the Bath City right back, and now Morton in the middle of the park for Bath City plays in. Hines collects it well, now running at the back line. It's Stern with a great chance in his left foot for Bath City. Seemed to just be angling into the left-hand side of Jack Turner's goal. A real chance for the Bath City forward, and his only real chance of the game so far, but another wasted opportunity for the Romans.
Lovely ball from Hines to Stern there, and I just think Stern snatched at that a little bit too quickly.
Hines fires off a left-footed shot, just goes past the Turner goal. Now it's with Straker on the left-hand side of the area, cuts back onto his right foot and plays a ball into Sean Rigg, who strayed just offside, but no Slough defenders around him at all there, so if he just managed to check across the line, that would have been a real
He's going to give Rigg a booking, which is unnecessary. And Rigg trying to walk away. City about, well no, it's Slough about to make the substitution. They're about to bring on Tommy Wood, but Rigg still arguing with the referee, and I think quite rightly so. You know, the flag went up, but he was in the middle of taking a shot, and I have to say I've been remarkably unimpressed by Alex Blake this afternoon.
As you mentioned there, the substitution, Tommy Wood coming on there for Louis Source. A substitution for Bath City now, and it is Sean Rigg coming off for Andy Watkins. As we mentioned, Rigg picking up a booking only a matter of minutes ago, so Jerry Gill probably not wanting to run the risk there. And now into man, playing it back to Andy Watkins, who's made an early impact and goes down under the challenge. And seems like the referee will get out his card again. Seemed to be quite a cynical foul.
Simon Dunn coming on, and Matthew Lynch leaving the field now. City also making a substitution at the same time. Adam Mann about to go off the field, and Ryan Brunt being introduced.
Ryan Brunt, the Bath City top goal scorer in the league, on 9 alongside Ross Stern. Certainly a great option to bring off the bench. Real pedigree from the Football League, a former Plymouth man, and Adam Mann getting a good reception here from the Bath City crowd, despite not having the best performance by his standards. As he harries and pressures an early ball and wins it straight away. It's his first touch. He's got a ball onto Hines, who finds it, and what a save from Turner, right on the line. An absolutely brilliant stop from the Slough keeper. It was an inexplicable mistake right by the corner flag by Slough. Ryan Brunt was in, flashed the ball across goal for Hines, and a real goal line save from Turner. It's with Clifford on the left-hand side for Slough, lining up a rather ambitious shot, and it was certainly a good effort. Just went over the bar as Togwell goes down under the challenge with Ryan Brunt. Nothing given this time by the referee as Jack Batten sends a long ball into the Slough half. A rather misplaced headed clearance from Wells, but doesn't lead to anything for Bath City, and it's now in the middle of the park with Togwell coming into the challenge, snaps in. Romansky does well to win that one for the Romans, and now with Stern cutting in on his right, playing it with Brunt, and now receives the ball back, and a fantastic chance for Ross Stern. Had the goal at his mercy, just needed to dink it over and show a bit more finesse with his finish, but doesn't do that, and another glaring mischance for Bath City.
That was a great move by City down the centre, a little back heel to Stern. And again, you feel he went for glory there. He didn't need to fire this. It was all about placement, all about precision, and Ross had neither of those, and so it was fired over the top. Really, there's 3 goals this afternoon, 2 to Stern and 1 to Hines, plus the Straker penalty. City could be 5-0 up at the moment.
Sean Fraser coming off for Josh Jackman.
Ross Stern trying to milk the crowd a little bit. I think, Ross, it might be better if you went a little bit less for glory in front of goal, but he's worked hard this afternoon, and it'll be interesting to see where Smith goes, because Stern has played on this left-hand side.
And he'll be looking to make an impact ahead of his birthday on Monday. Tom Smith.
You've been invited?
I haven't, unfortunately. What about you?
No mention at all. It's, apparently I don't have the orange boots to go.
I'm sure it'll be a strictly professional affair as Slough whipping a dangerous ball into the area at the back post. It goes down under the challenge. The Slough players wanted a penalty. 1-0 up here against Slough as Joe Raines plays it out to the right-hand side for Watkins. Nicks it in front of Wells and now strides into space on the right-hand side. Tom Smith also with space, brings it under control now, cuts back on his left foot. A great chance for the Bath City substitute. Seems to run back into an area where there isn't too many options. Had a great opportunity there to be direct and attack the Slough goal, but instead opted to find a teammate. It's now with Watkins on the right-hand side. He surrenders possession. Straker on the left-hand side, again with Brunt, plays it back to Morton in the middle of the park. Under pressure from Clifford, but does well to find Straker, and again with Brunt using his frame to hold the ball up well, and seems to be lining up a shot from far out. A fantastic effort in the end from the Bath City forward that goes just over Turner's goal. Has an opportunity to break, and now Morton plays a fantastic ball over the top for Hines, and an opportunity to run at the Slough defence. Somewhat loses the ball there and goes down under the challenge of Togwell, but certainly nothing in that one, and referee waves play on. Joe Raines slaps into a fantastic challenge on the right-hand side. Jack Batten has to clear with Ryan Clark bearing down on him, but not managing to pick up the ball for Bath City, and now it's with Straker, who rather hurriedly clears it, and Ryan Brunt not happy with the decision coming in there, and now there's a fracas on the left-hand side, and tempers starting to flare rather unnecessary. Jim Rollo coming all the way over, not happy at all with what's going on the pitch, and seems all a bit unnecessary at the moment.
Yeah, I think what had happened there is Brunt felt he was fouled, and that's exactly what he's indicating to the referee. And meanwhile, Slough have just taken the free kick when the referee was looking totally the other direction.
The pace picking up now in the final few moments as Manny Williams has a great chance, calls for a handball. Really berating the referee for not giving that decision, and now it's Bath City slashing one clear, this time Ryan Brunt. Back now with Sam Togwell.
I don't help with the fresh legs of their 3 substitutions.
It's given away cheaply, Bath City, not the best goal kick from Ryan Clark. Williams looks to play in Harris, and the referee has blown up for a free kick. It's in a decent enough position, halfway through the Bath City half, right central round, slam in the middle of the pitch. An opportunity to test out the Bath City back line, and they really need to make the most of these now if they're to get back into this game.
Interestingly, City have just picked up another booking. I think that's Romansky, is it? Who's just got that. And Jerry Gill, he was shaking his head, and I'm sure this is about some of the refereeing decisions. City have conceded a free kick, but there was nothing in that. And the referee now with a one-man wall of Freddie Hines pacing this out. I really don't think that was so necessary. Hines is hardly the largest. Had it been Brunt, he might have been blocking a little bit more off. And of course, Hines takes a step forward. 4 minutes of additional time to be played.
Clifford clips it in to the Bath City half, and now Hines has a fantastic opportunity to break. Just Togwell defending against him as he cuts back on his left foot. And now it's with Morton, an option at the back post for Tom Smith. Dinks an absolutely fantastic strike into the back of the Slough net. An absolutely fantastic finish. Bath City 2. Slough Town, yeah.
And that was a goal really made by Freddie Hines, racing down the middle. He's tried to use his pace all afternoon. He looked as if he was going first right, then left, saw Morton on his left-hand side, flicked it across to him, and Morton lobbing keeper Turner, who's down on one knee, looking like, hold on, I've saved the penalty, I've saved several shots, surely I can't have conceded that. Well, I'm sorry, Jack. Yes, you have. And City then, well, they've left it late. They've got that goal we've been talking about for much of this half. 2-0 up, just about 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Mike, I don't know how you can say that. You know, you talk to James Morton after the game, he'll tell you it was completely intentional. No doubt for a second. He saw the keeper off his line. Turner, not the biggest of lads, and clearly intended to lob him. And yet again, there's something going on out there. You take your eyes off the pitch for a second, then Alex Blake now about to book Ryan Brunt. Is that the 6th booking of the afternoon in a game that nobody could possibly describe as dirty? I'm always really loath to criticise referees. They have such a difficult time of it. But this afternoon, I'm afraid Alex Blake has been poor.
Still putting up somewhat of a fight, and Freddie Hines.
Hines will get booked now because the referee, out comes the card. Referee had already talked to Hines about retreating, and I think that's fair enough. It's the 2nd or 3rd time that he's failed to retreat. Well, I'm a bit lost here, Michael. Tell me what's going on. Why did that suddenly become a drop ball when a few minutes ago it was a goal kick?
You know as much as I do, Andrew, and there it is, the final whistle at Twerton Park. Bath City emerge 2-0 victors over Slough Town this afternoon. It was goals from Hines and Morton that wrapped up the victory for Bath City. And they'll certainly be happy with the 3 points today. The 2-0 scoreline makes it sound like it was slightly more comfortable than it probably was in the end, but the late goal from Morton just shoring up the victory for Bath City. But Andrew, we've seen not exactly a vintage display from the Romans today, but Jerry Gill won't mind one bit about that.
Yeah, it was exactly the way I was thinking. This wasn't vintage City. There were spells in the match. The opening 10 minutes, they passed it around really nicely. Start of the second half, they passed it around really nicely. And Jerry Gill will be the first to say, look, Slough hardly had a shot in the second period. City had 4 really good chances, 2 from Stern, 1 from Hines, and then the penalty missed by Straker. So if you put those into account and ignore the play, this could easily have been 3-4, 5-0 to City without too much exaggeration at all.
Thank you very much, Andrew, for all your summarising today. That's all from us, myself, Michael Boniface, and Andrew Kerslake. We will be back on the 3rd of March for the Truro game back at Twerton Park a week today. And we'll see you then.